Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 2, Unit 2, Review B. Remember to write your final answers on the line. Okay, solve your system. You may use your graphing calculator if you want to. So let's go ahead and start. Number 1. Lake Park Elementary and Army Trail Elementary had a combined talent show. They charged adults $4 to see the show and charged seniors a discounted price of $2 and made a total of $254. A total of 82 adults and seniors attended the show. How many adults and seniors attended the show altogether? So the first thing we have to do is figure out what X and Y are. So the two things that they keep talking about are adults and seniors. Now they mention adults first, so that's what I'm going to put as my X. And then they mentioned seniors second. So that's our Y. Now write a system of equations to represent the solution or the situation. So remember, each sentence is an equation. So adults were $4, seniors were $2, and they made a total of $254. So that would be 4x plus 2y equals 254. Now, our next sentence that they said a total of 82 adults and seniors attended the show. So my total is 82, but 82 what? Well, adults and seniors. So you add x plus y to get it. Now, we can use our graphing calculator to solve this. So we go under second, y equals, and go to our matrices. Now, do you know which one it is? Well, remember, we count the rows, so we have 2 rows and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 columns, so this is a 2 by 3. Okay, so I already have A as my 2 by 3. So make sure it says 2 and 3. And now all I do is put in the coefficients. So 4, 2, 254. Then we have 1, 1, and 82. Okay, so all I did 4, 2, 254, 1, 1, and 82. Right? I put in 82. Okay, for some reason I keep thinking it's 84. So I'm going to quit this screen. I'm going to go back into second x minus 1. I'm going to go to math, and I need to find the RREF. For mine, it is alpha B. So that's telling me I'm going to run a program, and the program that I want it to run is my 2 by 3, so that's A. And when I do it, I get 1, 0, 45, so I'm just going to kind of write that down over here, that in our matrix, it said 1, 0, 45, 0, 1, was it 37, right? 37. So this is my x is 45, and then my y is 37. So I need to write a situation, I need to write a sentence about that. Well, we're talking about a talent show, right? So 45 adults and 37 seniors attended the talent show. There you go. All right. Number 2. Once again, solve the system. You may use your graphing calculator. So the theater club is selling pies to earn money for a trip to Florida. John sold 2 blueberry pies 5 cherry pies and 10 apple pies and made a total of $145. So Lena sold 6 cherry pies, 4 blueberry pies, and 12 apple pies and made $190. And Luis sold 9 apple pies, 7 cherry pies, and 3 blueberry pies and made a total of $165. Find the price of each type of pie. So, what are they talking about? Well, they're talking about blueberry pies. That was our X. That's what they mentioned first. Then they mentioned cherry pies. And then they mention apple pies. Okay, so I'm going to have X be my blueberry pies. Y is going to be my cherry pies. And Z is going to be my apple pies. So we have to write a system. You got to be careful, okay? Because sometimes we just fly through everything and don't pay attention to all of the details. So there's my 10 apple pies and there's my total. So my first system should be 2x plus 5y plus 10z equals 145. But we have to be careful for the next one because the information is in a different order. You can't just be like 6x plus 4y plus 12z equals 190, okay? Because that's not in the order that it's in, okay? This time it's going to be 4x because it's 4 blueberry pies. It's going to be 6 cherry pies. And then what was the apple? It's 12 apple pies equal 190. So why don't you guys see if you can get this third equation by yourself. Go ahead and pause the video and good luck. Okay, so you should have gotten 3x plus 7y plus 9z equals 165. So we can use our graphing calculators again. So I'm going to second x minus 1. I'm going to go to edit, but this time I'm going to do my 3 by 4. Okay, where'd you get 3, Mr. Grice? Well, there's 1, 2, 3 equations and 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So 3 rows and 4 columns, which gives us a 3 by 4. And I'm doing the same thing. Okay, I have 2, 5, 10, 145. That was my first equation. 4, 6, 12, 190, 3, 7, 9, 165. Okay, and after I put all of that, I'm going to quit. I want to go to x minus 1. I want to go to my RREF. And this time when I run it, I want to run my 3 by 4. Okay, and once again, we got my x, we got the y, and then that last one's going to be the z. So I'm just going to come back in here. My blueberry pies were $10. My apple pies were $9. And then my apple pies were 8. Okay, so why don't you pause the video and see if you can write a wonderful sentence about that. Good luck. Okay, so all I did was write the cost of the pies were $10 for blueberry, $9 for cherry, and $8 for apple. Thinking about all this pie is making me hungry. Okay, solve the system by hand. You may use your calculator to check your answer. Okay, so I don't want you to just go into your calculator, go into the matrix and edit it and tell me what the answer is. Duh, we can do that. We also need to know how to practice this by hand. Now, looking at all of these, I think the easiest to cancel in all of these cases is our x's, okay? We can look at a and b, and then we can look at b and c. Okay, so I'm just going to write down ab real quick. We have negative 3x minus 5y minus 3z equals 7, and then x minus 6y minus 4z equals negative 3. So if I want to cancel my x's, I need to multiply the bottom by 3 because I want that to be a 3 so they cancel. Okay? So I'm going to write that first equation again, the negative 3x minus 5y minus 3z equals 7. And now I'm going to distribute the 3x minus 18y minus 12z equals negative 21. I'm sorry, not negative 21. I was multiplying the 7. Mr. Grice. 3x minus 18y minus 12z equals negative 9. Okay, so good. Those cancel. But now we're going to get something kind of big. We get negative 23y minus 15z equals 2. So negative 23y minus 15z equals 2. And this is my new equation, and this is what I call D. Okay, so what you guys are going to do real quick, you're going to do this next one. 6y minus 4z equals negative 3. 5x plus y minus 3z equals 7. And you are going to cancel the x's. So what do you need to multiply the top equation by? Good, 5. What type of 5? Negative 5. Good. I want you to multiply this out and tell me what your new equation is, okay? Pause the video. Good luck. Okay, after multiplying everything and then canceling it out, you should have gotten 31y plus 17z equals 22. So we have to be super careful, guys. Okay, so the next step we're going to do is we're going to go to D and E now, and we're going to cancel something out. So I've got negative 23y minus 15z equals 2, and 31y plus 17z equals 22. And you might be looking at this and be like, dude, this is some crazy big numbers. I just don't know what to write. So this is what I did. I wanted to cancel my y's. And if you don't know how to cancel them, I'm going to take the 23 and I'm going to multiply that by the bottom. And then I'm going to take the 31 and multiply that to the top. And then they're automatically going to cancel. Okay? Now, I don't need them to be opposites because if you look at it, my y is negative and on the top, and then it's positive on the bottom. Okay? So all we have to do now is distribute. So 31 times negative 23 is what? Well, don't look at me. 31 times negative 23. Oh, and I wrote it wrong. So, come on, Mr. Grice. So we've got 31 times negative 23. Negative 713. Yes, we're going to get some big numbers. That's okay. So negative 713y, negative 15 times 31, we end up getting negative 465, and then 31 times 2 is 62. All right, next, what do we got? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. See, look at how this one mistake, I didn't even realize, guys, that's supposed to be a -2. -2, Mr. Grice. -62. Don't be like Mr. Grice. Don't make mistakes. Okay, so we're going to multiply all of this across. And when you do that, you get 713y plus 391z equals 506. And yes, don't forget your variables. Sorry, it's getting kind of late for me. I get cuckoo, but not for Cocoa Puffs. Okay, so our y's cancel. And now we have negative 465z plus 391z, and we get negative 74z. And this is when you're getting to the point like, oh man, these are some crazy numbers. I really hope I get this right. And now we have negative 62 plus 506, and you get 444. And you're like, oh man, there's no way this is going to work out. There's no way this is going to work out. I'm going to divide by negative 74. These numbers are too big. They're too big. They're too big. Oh, that was nice. Z equals -6. Sweet. Okay, so now that I know what Z is, I'm going to go back and plug it in for Y. I'm going to plug it in and find Y into D and E. It doesn't matter which one. I chose E. So I got 31y plus 17 times -6 equals 22. Pause the video, solve it yourself. Good luck. Okay, so 17 times -6 is a -102. I added 102 to both sides to get 124, and then divide by 31, we get y equals 4. Okay, so I found z, I found y. The last thing to do is to find x. So I used b to find x, so I have x minus 6 minus 4 times z equals -3. Okay, and we have 4 and -6. So -6 times 4, we get 24, and -4 times -6, we get positive 24 equals -3. When I go to combine like terms, those just cancel, and then we get x equals -3. Okay, so my final answer, putting them all in order, is -3, 4, -6. Okay, and I'm just going to come back up here to write -3, 4, and -6. So yes, guys, we know that you could come into your matrix. I'm going to edit B. I know it's a 3 by 4, and you could have gone -3, -5, -3, 7. Sorry, I need to talk while I do this, so I make sure I plug in all the right numbers. -6, -4, -3, 5, 1, -3, and 7. So I can quit. You're coming over here, you're going to math. Look, we know you could have come here and just been like, oh, look, -3, 4, -6. I did all the work. Congratulations. But on your test, you're going to have to do one of these by hand. Okay? So yes, I know you can get the right answer, but can you get the right answer by hand? Okay? And if you need help, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself. You know we would love to help you out. Otherwise, this is Mr. Grice signing off for Algebra 2, Unit 2, Review B. Thanks for watching.